back to another live stream. We're live on YouTube, and this is I suppose, the better late but never Stompin aftermath. So, for those of you who may or may not know, I had a booking at the weekend, and it was with Stompin for Dave Fallows and Chris Pursuit's birthday. And I normally do like the aftermath stream the day after, but I was quite busy the day after. It was obviously Mother's Day, and I actually linked with the layman, and we did a few things. And then when I got home at night, I actually had a pretty bad headache. So I thought, you know what, I'll try and do the stream tomorrow instead. And then I came to my nan's yesterday. I'm in the old shed, if you can't tell, and it just got delayed and delayed. So here is the better late but never Stompin aftermath. So, like I say, so Stompin was celebrating Dave Fallows and Chris Pursuit's birthday, and they put together this Stompin lineup full of DJs and MCs, and made the event free entry. What more could you possibly want? So there was loads of different DJs, and sadly, towards the sort of like event itself, a bit sort of like nearer the time, sadly, the a few of the DJs that actually ended up pulling, so a few sets actually became free. Couple of people did jump in to take the place, and some other people came on board, but all in all was a little bit of a disappointment. Some of the DJs that were originally, supposed to be doing the event, I was quite looking forward to seeing them, catching up with them. But that is just one of them things. So throughout the whole sort of build up to this event, I've been unsure what to play. I was do I play a hardcore set? Do I play a bounce set? Originally, I kind of wanted to play this hardcore set, so I started planning a hardcore set, and then I wasn't really sure. I thought, well, it kind of depends on the set time and the room, and and all this kind of stuff. Really, was kind of like um was kind of like on my mind, sort of thinking, what do I do? And so I put this hardcore set together, and then I also put a bounce set together, and just decided what I was what shall I do, kind of thing, and sort of vibe it on the night. And I put this bounce set together, and it sounded pretty wicked, so I was quite sort of excited, like, yeah, I might actually play this. And yeah, I got to the Stompin itself, and there was a couple of hardcore sets already downstairs. Sniper was doing a hardcore set, Deluxe did a hardcore set, New Vibe did a hardcore set. So I sort of decided for me that I was going to do a bounce set. So I was in the room too at 8 p.m. and I just decided to go with a bounce set, a little bit of a mixture. Went into a little bit of hard house and hard bounce as well, and it seemed to go down quite well. Sadly, the event just wasn't busy. It was just really quiet, but you've got to think, on that night there was the rave escape at the Doncaster warehouse, and a lot of people would have gone to that, even people that from out of town that do come and attend and hit up Stompins would just go to the rave escape. And no offenses, but with a lineup like that, what do you what in sense do you actually really expect? um the place was just absolutely heaving at the warehouse, apparently, and it looked it through the videos that I'd seen, and it was just one of them unfortunate things. But if you pussyfoot around different dates, and oh, they've got something on this date, better not do something, you'll just never end up doing something, because so many raves and so many events that they happen and they take place. And sadly, you do run with that with that issue of clashing with someone, and sometimes if they've just got the overall, better power and they put more money into the lineup, and I suppose they made the lineup, a bit more interesting and given something a little bit better, because maybe they're in a situation where they can do that. That then sadly, you are sort of already out the game. Do you know what I mean? But nevertheless, to say it was not really that busy. We still had a really fun night, and all the sets that we heard was still absolutely banging. They were still wicked. The MC still smashed it, and the people that did attend, did have a good time, and the whole vibe of it was still enjoyable, and it was still a little fun night in the end, and it was enjoyable. And again, a good thing sometimes when you play these like quieter raves. Sometimes it does give you a good chance just to maybe sort of play around with some stuff that you may be thinking of playing at another gig as well. So, like, I've got a bounce to your drop coming up, so I tested one of my new tunes in the set at Stompin, and now I'm thinking, I might actually play this at bounce to your drop, because I thought it sounds all right. It seems to sound quite banging. And sometimes that is a good thing. You can have a play around with, what you're gonna do, sort of, some of, your other raves, your other events. So, all in all, still had a fun night. Saw some people I've not seen for a while, so had a little bit of a catch up with them. Sadly, I was walking there. It started to rain. I got quite wet along the way, and I got to the club and I took my coat off and left it behind the DJ booth, like under a little shelf thing. And then I was at the rave, and it stopped raining. It was all fine. It was all fine, and it was all good. And then I start walking home, and what does it do? It starts raining again. So all the time I'm at the rave, it's like more or less stopped raining. I think it maybe came one little shower. And apart from that, it sort of faired up, it dried up. I was outside getting some air in the smoking area. I just go out there for air. Obviously, I don't smoke myself, but I go and stand and get air, and um, you know, that was all fine. But yeah, then walking home, it was we're gonna start raining again. And I just got a tray of chips as well, from a takeaway. And where you're like quite peckish, you come out the rave, you're quite peckish, and you go to the takeaway, and then you get your chips, and then you've got the lid open and you're eating them, and then boom, it starts raining, and you're like, oh my days, not good. And then I felt quite thirsty as well, so I went into like an all night foreign shop, and picked up a can of Coke, and of course, had that open because I needed a drink, and of course, the rain dripping into the can of pop, unfortunately. But yeah, other than that, had a enjoyable night. It was a good vibe, and like I say, it was good to see some people that I hadn't seen, for a little while, and again, it was a enjoyable thing to do. So I still had a good weekend. And like I say, I enjoyed the set that I played, and again, like, because I don't have like like an RX and stuff at home. Again, even though there weren't really many people there, it was just like a good chance to get onto some, sort of like more market equipment, and be able to use like flanges and filters, and just do a little bit more than what I can do at home, which again is like a good thing. So I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable, and I slammed out some donk. What can I say? Um, but yeah, so the hardcore set that I planned originally for Stomping, do not worry about that, because that is actually getting planned. That's actually getting played at another. Going to play it at another event. So and it won't be too far. in the distance either where I'm going to play it. So uh, it was a really strong set, and I really liked the vibe of it. I really like the vibe of what I'd gone for with that set. So I am going to play it somewhere else, most definitely, and take it from there. But anyway, the point being, it was a good weekend. It was enjoyable, and I had fun. And it's all about having fun. And I'm looking forward to the gigs that are coming up. So sorry that this stream was delayed. Like I say, on Sunday, I was quite busy during the day, and then at night I got this like awful headache, like a really sharp headache, and I actually came in and I went upstairs and I laid. I was gonna stream it. I come in and I thought, I'm gonna get this aftermath done, and I thought I just don't feel, I've got a bit of an headache, so I thought I'm just gonna lay for a little bit, and I laid for a little bit, and I fell asleep. And I think I fell asleep until something like maybe 1 in the morning or something. And I just sort of woke up and I still had this like really chronic bad headache. So I went down and got a glass of juice and needed the toilet, and actually got changed, ready for bed by this point, and went back to bed. I just thought there's no way, I just don't feel that good. And then I woke up like quite early in the morning, and the headache had gone. But it was a bit too early to start streaming it then, and there was other people asleep in the house still. Although they're like really good sleepers, so I probably could have just done it and no one would have woke up. Like waking people up in my house is like you've got more chance of getting blood out of a stone. Like I can have a mix with the music quite loud, and if they're asleep, they won't hear it. And especially when they're tired as well. If they're tired, they go into some form of whatever it may be, deep sleep. I've got no clue. Um, but all I can say is yeah, they're proper. Get out of it. So I probably could have streamed, but again, like neighbours and stuff as well. And although I was laid awake, and I could have quite easily have done it. By that point, I just sort of laid and rested for a bit, and I did actually end up going back to sleep for a little bit, couple of times, just sort of dozing for a bit and just resting, and watch my phone for a little bit, and then lay down and rest my eyes for a bit, and then look at my phone again. So yeah, so that's a Stomping Aftermath. Enjoyable weekend. So keep an eye out. Obviously we've got two gigs this week, and the McCleethorpes on Friday. I'm not sure how that gig's gonna go down again. It's actually a birthday celebration for the owner of Fusion nightclub, so I don't know if he's got a few planned to be there. And then obviously Saturday is the Monster. It's ELL's birthday bash, and I just cannot wait for that one. So make sure to like, comment, share, and peace out, people. Have a good day.